Hey guys, today we're gonna do a quick review on these figures. This is from McFarlane Toys, the 1966 the Batman TV series villains. I love this line. When Todd first brought this up, I was hoping that he would go deep into the character lines, but I never thought he would go in this deep, and I'm so pleasantly surprised. Um, I've already done a review on Egghead previously, so I just put him up really quickly. We're gonna concentrate on King Tut over here and Two-Face. Two-Face was not part of the original TV show. He was added on later on in the animation, and he was voiced by William Shatner. So we're gonna start with King Tut. Like I said, we'll try to do this really quick. King Tut, I love this figure. It's so out of the blue because he was never really menacing. He looked like a lovable uncle there, but look at this guy. Look at this face, man, and the paint application. Look at that face. You got some paint apps on the cheek, a little bit on the nose. The eyes look good. The detail on his little goatee, Egyptian goatee, is good. You have the scarab on the top. This thing is about 1.5 inches long, but he put in the scarab over there. He put in some sort of tiara. Look at the texturing he did on this cloth headdress. That's just amazing that he goes in that deep, and then he put in some sort of gold, some sort of golden design on the edge of the cape. It's not as clean as you can see, some bleeding over here and all that stuff. But look at the collar that he put up there. Look at that. That is amazing. And then he put this. Look at this one. Look at that's amazing. And then the texturing, the folds that he's doing on. Hold on a second. The folds that he did on the tunic, so realistic, so well done. Now once it comes, after it leaves the body, you don't get as much paint application. Even the bracers, as you can see, they're very plain. But then you go down to the belt. Let me just move this a little bit. Look at that. That's amazing, dude. It's only a few paint apps, but still, it brings it so much to life. It literally steals everything away from what could be wrong with this toy in terms of articulation, in terms of paint apps. To it's just mind-boggling. Just mind-boggling, right? And then at the bottom, it doesn't have any feet. You don't really need. I didn't buy this for articulation, honestly. I bought this figure for shelf presence, and it delivers presence. Now it has a cloth cape, which the way they had it sewn, it drapes very well. You know, it's a 5.5-inch tall figure. Obviously, you're not gonna capture that drapery, natural drapery of the cloth at this scale, but I just don't care at this point. But I did notice there's some sort of if you guys notice there's a little bit of bleeding coming in on the white shirt over here. That's okay. It's mostly gonna be covered anyway. The intricacy that I'm seeing on this sculpt, even at this small, look, the hands are detailed. They're not softly detailed or anything. It stands out because if you look at the accessories that it comes with, these two things, they look so plain compared to the figure. Look at that belt. I cannot believe it. And then look at his toes. He even sculpted the toenails in there. That's amazing. Oh, and you can see like small rivets on the straps. I'm not sure if that's coming up. I love that. And then you have two different textures on the cloth. One is smooth and one has this texturing. Excellent. And then obviously you won't get a whole lot of range for the head. Set side to side, a little bit up, barely any down, but you know, it's okay. Oh, sorry. There, see. But surprisingly, the cloth is rubbery enough that you can twist it. And then for articulation in the arms, you have the usual ball joint over here that you can move in and out like so. There's no bicep cut, so that's fine. I think there is one on the elbow, as you can see, like so. And articulation is just going to be like 90. That's fine. And then the wrist goes like so, side to side. And I believe there's another one here at the wrist. No, it looks like there might be, but you know, it doesn't really matter because it's got it on the elbow anyway. And again, there's nothing on the feet. But luckily, he stands quite well on his own. McFarlane Toys, you don't buy in for action, even though it has those action bubbles. And this figure did not come with those action bubbles that usually comes with the 1966 toys. It did come with these two batons or whatever, riding crops. Yeah, but that's it for King Tut. Awesome figure. I bought this for $19, so he is beginning to raise the prices on this. Originally this line was $17, so still very well worth it. In terms of value, you know, I'll go back to that. Let's go to Two-Face first. The Two-Face, you have to go into the face again. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that eye. His left eye is red because of the poison that was thrown at him. His blue eye, smirking left lip. And if you turn him like so, he looks so normal. Normal Harvey Dent. He's got some texturing on his face. The paint up on the hair could be better, but I'm only seeing that because I'm using the, you know, looking at it up close, but still that doesn't matter to me too much. Look at that wavy hair, very well sculpted. And then look at the shirt. You can see the texturing on that shirt. Right, compared to the one on the tux, which is smooth, but not completely smooth. There's still some texturing going on. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up. Then you have the inside shirt as well. Man, I really love the texturing on this side. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This figure is perfect as a Two-Face. And let's see him close up with Egghead. I wish you can kind of see William Shatner in that face. But it's not like he's standing out as an animated figure. I don't see him as an animated figure. I think it's because of the makeup that he's wearing on the left side. It kind of puts it up. I still feel like he's fitting in this line. Okay, so in terms of articulation, again, very similar to what's always been. All around. Sorry for the movement of the camera. Not much on the tilt in the head. Not much on the tilt down. Again, ball joint at the shoulders that lets you move all around. And then elbows. It's weird the way he constructs these elbows. As you can see, he's got these small lines over here. So it creates some sort of ratcheting joint system for him. And then left wrist goes side to side. There's nothing on the waist, no swivel or anything. The legs basically just does that. And then the knees, Just does that. Nothing on the ankles. Like I said, I didn't buy these for articulation, more as a shelf presence than anything else. But still, when you start lining them up, that's just looks so cool. These two I bought for $19.99. He was still $17.99 when I purchased him. Let's talk about the value in terms of what we're getting. So obviously the nostalgia feeling for me, the 1966, I never saw it when it first aired. I wasn't even born. I saw reruns of it, so for me it was already the kind of what do you call it, kitschy, gayish, gay 90s Batman, where it's all brightly colored and all that stuff. So this is where Schumacher got his idea when he started taking over the Batman franchise. But it had the campy feel, but looking back at it now, it's great. It's for its time, especially with the roster it's got. Anyway, for the nostalgia hit, high marks, because Todd is getting deep into the character lines, and he's fulfilling some of our the people that follow the 1966 Batman, or was that the people that enjoy the 1966 Batman for what it is. He is hitting it out of the park. Absolutely. Okay. In terms of articulation, yes, articulation is limited, but like I said, since I'm not going for the articulation for these figures, it doesn't bother me as much. Paint application for where it matters, which is the faces, and then for King Tut, the gear that he's wearing, absolutely so much worth it. I have no complaints whatsoever. And then the cloth cape on, the choice of cloth cape on King Tut, and the way it was done, well done. I love it. Accessories. Okay, so the accessories for these two is gonna be those action bubbles, which was appropriate for 1966 Batman, but you know, I wish it came with a gun, with a coin, a hand flipping coin, some eggs for this for Egghead. I don't really mind not having the stands. I have enough stands for McFarlane, even though it has those things, and they stand quite well. So I believe that in terms of value, I'm getting what I paid for, and more. Again, because of the nostalgia hit. Comparison-wise, I'm just gonna grab one of the Marvel Legends, Spider-Man. The thing is, when it comes to Marvel Legends now, at $20, and they are going to initially, and now they're going up to 24. We are so used to getting buck bodies that we tend to forgive them for using so much of the bodies. So basically what Hasbro is concentrating on is the head sculpt, the paint work on the head sculpt, not on the body, because the body is so basic. There's literally nothing going on with bodies, even though it's got this complicated pattern. But for most of the Marvel Legends, when it comes to body paint, it's very, very basic. It's only in the head that they're concentrating on, and then they have limited. They're going towards limited accessories now. So, which accessories they add to the playability of the toy, so it adds to the value. but you know, most of the time, if you're not using those accessories, they're in the baggy bag, so you kind of tend to forget about them. These don't have a lot of accessories, but the shelf presence is definitely there. There's nothing reused on these two, even though they're wearing these tuxes, and the vests aren't the same. Maybe the hands are. Maybe the hands are the same. Maybe the boots are the same. The pants look like they're generally the same. But obviously the belt's not. As you can see, this one has a sharp crease on the front of the legs. His isn't as pronounced, so it's possible that when they did this on 3D, which I'm pretty sure that's where they did it from, they used the same pattern for the pants, and then they just added the texture on this one. That's what I would have done, make my job easier. But the sculpt is barely anything is reused for each one of them, so I love that. And with McFarlane figures, most of his stuff is like that. He reuses body parts, but he has so many bucks that it's really hard to determine which ones are reused or not, or where it's been reused. But anyway, that's it for my review. I believe this, if you're a fan of the 1966 Batman Campy show, this is the only line that is going this deep. This is the only line that you're getting this kind of quality for a price that's minimum, okay? Because the minimum prices right now for figures like around this size is $19, $20, $17. And then any more smaller than that, you go to Super 7 or Reaction 7 or the Star Wars Black Series 3 3/4. And how much are those going for? $15 or $12.49 for the 25th anniversary. I think they're going about $17 now. For this price line, you're not gonna get anything close to the value you're getting in this one. And on top of that, if you're a 1966 Batman fan, this is the only option, and he's doing a great job at it. So that's my review for these two figures. I hope you guys found it informative and enjoyable. I would buy this. If you can find it, I would buy this. If you can find it at Target, I would buy this. He is going deep, and I love it. He's coming out with more stuff. The Batboat. I'm not a big fan of what he did with the Batmobile. Looks too truncated, but the Batcycle looks great, and I am excited to see what else he's coming up with. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next review. Bye.